Okay, we're here today with Street Fighter Alpha Anthology. Specifically, I'm going to be playing, for the most part, Street Fighter Alpha 3 Upper, which is a game you unlock by, I think for Upper, you pretty much have to beat all the other games, or maybe just Alpha 3 in arcade mode? I forget. Anyway, you unlock it, and the details for that will be in the description of this video. If you just look down your screen a bit or something. I do have a mission with Alpha 3 Upper today. In fact, it's going to take me through the other Alpha games as well. Sorry. And we'll get into that. Let's go check out Alpha 3 briefly at first, and then we'll come back to it. So here's Alpha. Alpha 3 Upper is not in the menu, just regular Alpha 3. So to get Upper, once you've unlocked it, you'll get a message when you've done what's needed to unlock it. You hold the select button on your PlayStation 2 controller, and then you hit X or whatever. And instead of loading Alpha 3, since we've unlocked it, it will load Alpha 3 Upper. And it won't be obvious at first because their front ends look very similar. You'll notice though that there's a giant curved arrow on the right side there indicating that is shorthand for upper, quote unquote. And that is not there initially. I added that through advanced options menu. Which I won't go into now because that's basically you have to look up FAQ on that because it's pretty obscure and complicated, and you're changing like dip switches that don't tell you what they do. But for now, we're just going to go. Well, the main mode I play in this is the hidden versus mode, not the regular versus mode, but a hidden versus mode, and I'll show you why in a second. Let's go to options and raise my sound a little. So I have the difficulty cranked all the way up. The speed is at Turbo2, and that is the default. The speed settings or the speed names in this game are pretty weird. Turbo2 is the default. To show you that, I can hit default and you'll see what happens. Difficulty goes down to 5. Other things change, but this stays on Turbo 2. The other settings are free, where you would pick on the fly, normal. So we basically got normal, Turbo 1, and Turbo 2, which is kind of weird, but normal is slower. It's got to be slower. Turbo 2 is the default in Alpha 3 and Alpha 3 Upper, and I believe in Alpha 2. Not sure about Alpha 1. Now I have to go back and reload my settings. Okay. So we're back to difficulty 8, Turbo 2, alright. And you'll notice there I have versus mode 2P set to COM for computer. And that's important for the hidden versus mode. So to activate the hidden versus mode, to select normal versus mode, you would push the X button. For hidden versus mode, you push X, push and hold X, and then immediately hit triangle, and I think it's R2. The buttons on my arcade stick are all scrambled up, and I don't remember them by their proper names yet. So you would press and hold X, and then hit and hold as well immediately, like right after. Like it's got to be like a single motion. So X and then immediately triangle and R2. So sometimes I screw that up, but if you get it right, it'll go right into the just the preview screen of who's fighting, because it picks. The hidden mode picks characters randomly based on a list that you assemble from the pause menu, which I will show you. I am going to be editing out the load screens because they have some horrible, just bright full screen flashing effects in them. So what you'll see, hopefully, is this showing briefly the character matchup screen, and then it'll jump right into fighting. So let's try this now. Alright, I kind of screwed up because the way I have to edit things out, and there's a 2-second delay between me pausing the game and recording, and anyway, it's stupid and complicated. So when you pause in this hidden versus mode, you get these interesting menus, random player, so you can set up a list of players that you want to have fight. Now there is some restriction. You have to have at least one character from it's a number of it's weird, but anyway, mostly you can pick who you want. Now the characters I am not that are the grayed out stars, like Rose and Bison, they have moves with flashing effects, which I don't like, or more specifically my eyeballs and my brain don't like, and so to avoid migraines I don't use them. Dalsim, does he flash, or do I just not like him? I forget. I think maybe I just don't like him. Blanca has his flashing electricity. Cody has, I think, a win pose that flashes, or no, an entry pose that flashes. Anyway, that kind of thing. So Shinakuma's just overpowered. Juli for the CPU only has, what's her problem? She has some move that she's not supposed to use. Oh, my neighbors are making noise. They're dragging furniture. Sorry for the noise there. It's weird. There's some kind of bizarre quirk with Juli. She does a move she's not supposed to do. I think it's a super or something. Anyway, you can't do it as a player. I've tried, but the computer can do it. It's totally unfair. But that isn't why I turned her off. It's because it's flashy or something. I forget. And then you can set what mode to use. I fixed it to classic X-ism mode, which is the mode that means you have no supers, you're just kind of buff and you hit hard or something like that, because the supers have flashing effects that I also don't like. So with this setup I can play Classic also turns off like counters, which have their own built-in flashes and lots of other things that flash. So basically I can play Alpha 3 Upper with almost all gameplay flashes gone, which is cool for my eyeballs. So anyway, we're here just for now briefly to check out the game speed, the speed at which the game moves. And I'm going to get trashed by Akuma, but that's okay. So as you can see, it's a pretty fast game. That horrible smacking noise you hear is my arcade stick. It's a very fast game, and I'm getting trashed by Akuma, and I just missed my throw, and I paid for it badly. So here's our next random match. I don't know how to play Armika. She does have some cool slide kicks. Oh man, Ihana just air threw me? I don't know if I even knew he could do that. Honda he has a tough time, they say, against characters who can throw. Oh my goodness. Wow, well, he's not having a tough time against me. He's just air throwing the heck out of me and slapping me, and that was embarrassing. Juli is what do they call it, a doll, a bison doll, or Shadowloo doll, or whatever it is. So she's basically a Cammy clone. There's a couple of them in the game, which is weird. She is the one that is not the charge character. And actually, she's got, if I can do it before Sakura just, there. Juli's jump kick, the CPU has a really hard time stopping. So basically, I shouldn't lose because you can just spam jump kick. And the CPU in this game, even though I have them cranked up to, as I'm saying, even though I have the CPU cranked up to the top difficulty setting, 8, they have some weird quirks and weaknesses, some of them that I found. even though, basically, I haven't played this game much. I didn't play it back in the day. I had it on Dreamcast, but I had Alpha 3 on Dreamcast specifically. Yeah, I won a match. Ignore that little blip there of the pause screen. That's me screwing up my game pause and my recording pause. Man, I'm bad at DJ. I don't know what DJ does. Anyway, I didn't really play it on Dreamcast. I kind of like the World Tour mode. I guess the Dreamcast version was based on the PS1 version, if you're familiar with that one. It has this cool World Tour mode where you kind of build your character as you go along. But I was really into, and still am into, King of Fighters back then, and that was kind of my jam, so I didn't play Alpha. And then I did get this PS2. Wow, it gave me DJ twice in a row. What are the odds? It's like 1 in 1,000, I guess. I got this PS2 version, the Anthology, and I still didn't play that a whole bunch. Back when it came out, and it's sort of been neglected all this time, so just lately I've been playing it tiny bits, and you can basically see all of my brief gameplay sessions so far on my Street Fighter Alpha Anthology playlist here on YouTube, if you can find that among my 300-some playlists. Aw, you son of a... I really like a lot of the stages in these Alpha games. Like that last stage, I think that's, oh gosh, what's his name? Sodom's stage, I think? Anyway, the color palette in that one is so great. And this stage isn't so bad itself. It's not quite as warm and wonderful. I'm really bad at Balrog, another charge character. If you want to know who I'm really bad at, or with, that would be Sagat. Even though he's got like all these fireballs, in this game they do like 0 damage. Oh, Kareem's all over me. Oh boy. I should just take Sagat out of the random pick list. It's so embarrassing. Oh, Dan again. Thanks, game. Actually, I like Dan. I like Dan in this game. He's got this fun flying kick, which is actually pretty effective. Wow. I mean, otherwise he is pretty weak, I guess. Uh-oh, now I'm in trouble. No. Well, you make me switch to the right side and I get all confused. Alright, the 10th stage, and I think also something like the 20th and 30th stages maybe, or something, is the flashing, stormy, lightning fields M-Bison stage. And that lightning flash is an effect, as you can predict, that I don't like, so I would skip this stage. But it's giving me a good excuse to quit out for the moment anyway, because I wanted to go check out some stuff. So hopefully we've seen about how fast the game is. It's pretty fast. It's like, with my old man reflexes, pretty much uppercutting people and stuff is pretty difficult at that speed. Of course, you know, the professionals have no problem with it and they do all kinds of ridiculous combos, etc., but that is not me. But I wanted to check, thinking about the speed, I wanted to check what the other Alpha games are like speed-wise. So let's pop out really quick. We're gonna skip Gem Fighter, so let's check out regular Alpha. Now, these games I also like, but they have flashy effects that I have not found a way to work around, so I don't play them, unfortunately.
Fighter Alpha.
Let's see what the default is. That the default? I wonder. Let's see. The default is free. So that would mean you could pick, well, you could pick from Turbo 0, 1, or 2. Actually, I want to see what that looks like. Let's just do a little arcade real quick. Check something else out. Okay. So, not very many characters in the first alpha game. Okay, turbo on or normal. Well, let's see how fast turbo on is. So is that going to be turbo 1? Oh, these flashing effects. It does feel like probably turbo 1. Yeah, it's definitely slower. Definitely slower than 3 upper on Turbo 2. Look at these cats. I mean, this stage is kind of weirdly drawn, but I kind of love it. Well, now I'm curious. So effectively, this game is set at Turbo 1 because you can't. The default free speed does not give you access to Turbo 2. It looks like. Let's just try setting it. Actually, if I load my settings, it should come up on Turbo 2, since that's what I had it at. Yeah. I don't know why I had it on difficulty 2. Is this game that hard? I don't remember it being that hard. So let's see what Turbo 2 feels like. Oh, I can't even throw a fireball. The controls in Alpha are a little stiff. I remember on the Dreamcast version. Oh, can I not even throw a fireball right now? Why? Are my buttons all screwed up? Oh, I haven't reset my buttons. They are screwed up. Oh, this is embarrassing. I'm not. Oh boy. Well, let's see what we can do about this real quick. I'm so sorry. Okay, so my button. I basically moved. I rewired the buttons on my stick to work with the actual Neo Geo MPS Brook adapter, and I'm using a Brook adapter right now on PS2, and it's all confusing. But I did get it to work by mapping the controls correctly in Alpha 3 Upper, but I did not go back and do that in the other games, so that sucks. Okay, so square has to be like kick. Go ahead and laugh at me at how crazy these are going to be. So it's hard punch. R1 is good. Hard kick, I think. I have to do this from what I remember of my. Yeah. No. And this would be kick, if I've got this right. Save that so I never have to do that again. Hopefully I got it right. Okay. Now hopefully I can actually throw a fireball. You'll see the flashing moves Rose does, maybe. Actually, that still feels really slow. I think how slow that fireball moves. This is, so even on Turbo 2, it's way slower than Alpha 3 Upper, and probably regular Alpha 3. As I was saying, the controls in the Alpha series are stiff compared to, well, probably not compared to Street Fighter 2 series, but definitely compared to Street Fighter 3 and later, and more modern fighting games. The inputs are pretty strict. and unforgiving, which, you know, is fine if you're a technical wizard. I am not. I really like this stage. It's like so goofy, but just this huge crowd, and I don't know, anyway. So that's Alpha 2. Definitely slower than, or that's Alpha 1, sorry. Slower than 3, even on its highest speed setting. Even though that says it's Turbo 2, so that's interesting. So now we will check. There's another hidden game, and I forget which one it is, but we don't worry about that. And I don't think we'll worry about 2 gold for now. 2 gold, as you can tell maybe from there, adds Cammy, and that's Cammy T-Hawk. Well, pretty much adds those characters you see in the poster there. That's what 2 gold is all about. But we'll just do regular 2. That was a weird drawing of Ryu. Or Ryu, as some would say. You're supposed to say his name? I don't know. I've always heard Ryu. Which, you know, who knows? I don't know. Let's see what speed settings we've got here. Turbo 2 is what I've got it set to. Let's check the default is also Turbo 2. It's pretty much like 3 uppers. So let me get my settings back. Oh shoot, I have to set up the stick, don't I? The buttons. Oh yeah. So square is kick, punch. Kick. Punch. Kick. Dang it. Okay. Should do it. Let's see how fast this is on Turbo 2. We'll stick with our human measuring stick, or you. Oh, the flashing. Oh, just a gratuitous flash right there, thanks. And there's flashing in the background. There's flashing there. This still feels noticeably slower than 3. So that's interesting because, like, you know, I was trying to look this up on the internet, and people basically were saying that the like speed that you play tournaments on and stuff for Alpha 2 is Turbo 2, but it's definitely slower than Turbo 2 and Alpha 3 Upper anyway. Man, Zangief. Of course, this is stage 1, and I didn't notice what difficulty setting I had the game set on. What difficulty setting was that for? Which, it's probably about the default, I forget. Alright, so Alpha 2 is probably about the same speed as Turbo 2 on Alpha 1, except Alpha 1's default setting, you wouldn't even get to Turbo 2, you'd just get to Turbo 1 tops. So the games basically get faster as they go. That's kind of how Street Fighter 2 went also. As Alpha kind of... I mean, they had to... as Capcom had to sort of compete with new games coming along as they're still sort of upgrading the same engine. And in fact, when Alpha 2 came out, they were competing with their own beginning of what would be the Versus series. They had Marvel Superheroes had just come out, or was it the second one? Or the first Children of the Atom. Anyway, some of the early what became the Versus series games were out, and those games are super fast. So they wouldn't have wanted their new version of the Alpha series to feel slow. So just crank up the turbo. So let's just check regular Alpha 3. It'll probably be the same as upper, but let's check this out. I will have to remap my buttons. Actually, I'm a completist and a control freak and everything, so let's go back to Alpha. But then I'm still missing, what was the other locked game? Well. Maybe there wasn't another one. There was another one in the Japanese version. Well, there probably is. I don't remember. I hit the wrong button. Yep, the controls are all screwed up. I meant to go to options. Oh, look at these elephants. Alpha 2 has some really cool backgrounds, but it does have a lot of flashing effects. So let's see, default is, yes, Turbo2. Then I have it on 4. Just set these babies up. One is kick. Punch, R2, and must be medium kick. Okay. And my buttons weren't even consistent with each other on their old setting. Oh well. So we are here on Turbo 2 in Alpha 2 Gold. It'll probably be the same speed as regular Alpha 2, but I just want to see. Oh, the flashing. That woman is Dalsim's wife, I think. Is that right? Look at that guy just sleeping with the elephants. That must be pretty cool. I mean, like, you would feel pretty secure if your elephant buddy was... Oh, I meant to throw him. What's a throw in Alpha 2? Isn't it 2 punches or 2 kicks? Darn Capcom now is changing their throw input. So the speed, I have this set to 1 round. The flashing, sorry. This stage is hilarious, the urinals, oh my goodness. I mean, it definitely feels slower than Alpha 3 up. I mean, it feels like a crawl here. Sign say, never mind. Okay, so on to regular Alpha 3, which I think is the same speed as Alpha 3 upper. Turbo2. Just got my darn buttons. process of elimination, you don't need a kick. And you guys. So this should be considerably faster if it's the same speed as upper. Considerably faster than Alpha 1 and Alpha 2 were. Alright, we're gonna have flashing effects. Sorry, that wasn't too bad. Here comes one now. Yeah. Now this feels pretty slow too. Am I just going crazy? I think I'm going crazy. I think I'm just blaming my losses on difficulty 8 CPU and alpha to better speed. Well, we'll find out. Oh, how, what? Oh, man. I was blocking that. Totally blocking that. Anyway. Nice leisurely curves through the air. It feels slower than alpha, or upper. I'm really surprised. I don't know what. Oh my gosh. It's just my hand open. Well, why wouldn't you? Because I'm a chump. Ah, oh, I need to get out of this. I need to get out. Hide my shame. Alright. Well, I'm really surprised that did not feel the same speed as upper, which is what we're going back to now. So I hold select, and it'll take us back to upper. I did have that on Turbo 2, didn't I? I'm sure I did. Let's just check. Just to be double super sure. That was on Turbo 2. Yeah. Okay, back to upper. Good old upper. What are the differences between upper and 3? Upper adds some characters. I don't remember if it does anything else. Well, it obviously adds the hidden. It messes with the modes a bit. It makes it easier to pick some of the modes that in 3 are hidden behind sort of tricky button codes. Like there's a Shadaloo mode and there's all kinds of crazy stuff. So let's just do arcade. Why is the default color or the light punch color anyway for Ryu in upper, it's this gross gray color. I don't like that gray color. It's such a young Ryu. I guess alpha does take place when they're younger, right? So, alright. Oh, I hate Vega. Well, see, now this is gonna screw everything up because Vega moves faster than everybody else anyway. That dude is on speed, so let's try again. Don't give me Vega, aka Claw. Now, what color would be a non-gross gray color? I just want that white color. It wouldn't be like, no, it's kind of a cool purple. So anyway, as you can see, upper, you have access to these crazy mode things, which is not you can access those in 3, but you have to use codes or whatever. of like this mauve Ryu. That was a light kick. This stage is a pretty stage. I don't particularly like it. Maybe just because it's so bright, I don't know. Oh wow. Oh wow. I do have this cranked up to a higher difficulty. So I guess it's about the same speed. Well, anyway, I knew that 2, or from reading on the internet, I was fairly certain that 2 and 3 were default to Turbo 2 and would be the same speed as upper. But I hadn't read anything about Alpha 1 because nobody plays Alpha 1, I guess. It's not in tournaments. Oh, it's set to 1 round, so I won. Haha, sorry, Cammy. I kind of cheaped you out there. But anyway, this sort of proves my point, which is that... What is my point? Kind of love Armika. I like this stage too. I guess that was Cammy's stage then, right? Like Greek island stage or something. The point is that well, this is my theory, but if you go by the first game of the series being Alpha 1, and that game only going up to Turbo 1 by default settings, and even that feeling slower than Alpha 2 and 3 on Turbo 2, if you do manage to set Alpha 1 to Turbo 2, that the game was designed for a slower speed than 3 is running in, so that's why the jumping kind of feels like it's on, like sped up, like you're watching an old movie, which, you know, run at like 10% higher speed or something, like old black and white silent films. So I've been thinking, you know, maybe I should just be a old man and just whip out and set it to a speed I'm happier with, like Turbo 1. It's not like I'm actually pretending I'm good at the game or anything anyway. I think it's just that and normal, right? And I was trying a little Turbo 1 the other night when I was setting my volume level, and let's see, what does Heavy Kick give us? Ugh, I don't know about that color. Wow, that is intense. Aqua, or I don't know, what would you call that? Oh, Dulcine. Definitely feels more Alpha 1-y. Well, that was clueless. I mean, it's not like I was going to be able to uppercut people consistently anyway, even on the slower speed. Oh my goodness. See, where's my uppercuts? I don't know. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, there's... Oh. Oh. Jerk. Let's try medium kick. Oh, that's an unusual color. Where are they getting these colors? I mean, I guess this is kind of like a sort of natural key color. It's a little dark. I don't know. It's weird. Like dust. Like my dust-colored key. See, now we're... Wow, just go. Oh, I can't uppercut through that? Come on. Man, stage 1 Dulcine is not messing around on difficulty 8. Ah. Is it always gonna make me fight Dalsim? Oh, well, I continued, so I'm trying not continuing. There's gotta be... What button gives me white? Oh, medium. Why medium punch? Why medium punch? Where's the sense? Why is medium punch the default color? Yeah, I like this thing. That's right, it is on the stage. Yeah, I uppercutted a dude on purpose. So I'm definitely more comfortable with this speed than Turbo 3 because I'm slow. Like, I mean, I can kind of play Turbo 2, but it just feels like, you know, I'm just sort of split-second reacting to everything and not able to... Oh man, how did that not kill me? Oh, that'll kill me. Not able to, you know, actually think about an intelligent response. Kick on C map? Oh yeah. Just to contrast this yet again, let me get back to Turbo 2. Beat up an arcade again. So it's medium punch. So what would heavy punch give us? Oh, I already did that, didn't I? It's crazy. Oh, jeez. Ah, Cody. Now Cody. Not his intro animation, unless I skipped it. Maybe I didn't do his colors. Oh, it's so fast. See, I do better with Shotos than other characters in 3, but that's probably just because I can sit back and throw fireballs. I mean, sometimes. So I don't know, do I play on the default Turbo 2 crazy speed, or do I play on a speed closer to what these animations were originally designed for? That doesn't feel like it's on fast forward. Like in the Street Fighter 2 series, I like Champion Edition better than Turbo or Super Turbo, just because the animations get so weird when those games are sped up to turbo speed. I mean, they're weird to start with, a lot of them, but on Turbo, it's just nuts. Oh no, did an uppercut. See, there you go. It's Turbo 2, and I did an intelligent uppercut. And, well, I guessed a little on that one. That one I guessed on and failed. And failed again. I should stop guessing on uppercuts. Oh, so close. Oh, you tried to jump and you would have owned me. But you did. So, you know, I just won 2 fights on max difficulty with... Or was it 1 fight? Was that the first? I can't remember. No, it was Cody. Yeah, so, you know, max difficulty, Turbo 2. Maybe I should not be a wuss and I should stay on Turbo 2. I mean, it's really just that I don't know how to play pretty much every other character in the game. Like, I don't know what Adon does, really. I know he does these crazy axe kicks. You can like leap up and jump off the back wall and just fly across the entire screen like that. Oh, that was close. Dang it. Now, oh, he blocked. One quirk of the AI is that sometimes you can get away with just uppercutting them repeatedly when they're standing up. Oh, except if you're too far away, you sure can't. Well, what speed do I want to play at? What speed do I want? I can't decide. Let's try the Turbo1 one more time. Geezer speed. I mean, I still think the animation is more natural on Turbo1. You know, I should just play some secret versus mode on Turbo1 and see how that goes. Damn, I need to get out of this. There's so much flashing. Juli's probably still gonna own me even on Turbo1. With fireball. Oh, I should have gone in for an uppercut. Oh no! There we go. Oh, there we go. The cheap wake up spawn uppercuts. Oh, that wasn't even an uppercut because I whiffed it, but at least it was a upward punch. Now, Guy still feels like he's extra fast. Probably any character they added after Alpha 1. Was Guy in Alpha 1? Would anyway not be so weird in terms of their sped up animations. Seems like it would be designed for the faster speed. Oh, see, I shouldn't throw because they tech my throw every time on difficulty 8. And I think you can turn tech throws off with a dip switch setting. I'd have to look up a fact for that. I was thinking about I should do that just because, like, they tech every single throw, I swear. Like, why even? You might as well just take throws out of the game, except that they throw me and I never tech because I'm a chump. I like this stage a lot too. I think I just like stages with warm colors particularly. You know, I haven't been using supers because I'm so used to having them turned off. Oh! Ooh. Well, he got me good. So, I don't know. Oh, the flashing. What to do? Let's try Alpha Turbo2 again. That's what I'll do. I'll just delay making a decision more. And stay in the flashing stuff that I hate. That's smart. I mean, if I go classic, but then that might change the speed, so I don't want to do it. Now, last time I was here, Sodom was green, wasn't he? Is the CPU picking random colors? It's me. Oh, wow. Jeez. Whoa, I don't think I've ever seen him do that before. Oh no. That was dumb. Should have seen that coming. Oh, well, not much chance to see that coming. Here I'm trying to do my super and getting owned, which is another reason why I usually play with supers off. Because it makes me play like a moron when I get a super. I'm like, oh, I have to do my super. And then, of course, I don't combo into it or anything intelligent. I just throw it away, but I waste all this time. And I usually get hit before I even manage to do it, and I'm just makes me play even worse than I normally play. That's about how good I am at fighting games. Oh! I suppose that's why I like Virtua Fighter, which doesn't have supers. Oh, you're an uppercut blender, Sodom. Oh no! I got greedy and did it when he was stunned. That was probably my downfall. Well, I don't know. I should. It's not like I'm doing a heck of a lot better on Turbo1 anyway. At least if I have it set on Turbo2, I don't feel like I'm on old man speed. Oh man. See there, I tried to do my super and got owned. Oh no! There, I was thinking about doing a super and got owned. What was that? Out of here, oh, not Blanca. I do love that intro. I kind of like this stage, but sorry, Blanca, you're too flashy. So we are in Turbo 2. Good old Turbo 2. I guess I'll stick with you. And let's go back to our hidden verses. Here we go. Now, of course, if you wanted to play with just one character, since switching characters every game, and you can set it up so it's not one round battles, you can have it be, 3 rounds or whatever. You could uncheck everything except, like Ryu or something, and then you would just play Ryu against whatever characters you wanted to play against. So yeah, I don't know, like, part of what appeals to me about this is just the crazy variety, and there's so many just colorful backgrounds and characters, and I don't know how to play most of the characters. Like here I'm playing T-Hawk. I don't know how to play T-Hawk. I get completely trashed as T-Hawk. I get trashed by T-Hawk. Even in Street Fighter 2, I never knew how to play T-Hawk. Street Fighter 2. What was the first one he was in? I guess it must have been Super, right? Super Street Fighter 2. Yeah, I don't know how T-Hawk works. Like, how do you do that crazy, like, flying... I don't know. I'll just hit the big smash buttons. Well, see what good that did me. I don't know how to play Birdie either. Like, I've played Birdie a little in Street Fighter 5, but he is really different in 5 than he is in Alpha 3, needless to say. Oh my gosh. Well, I don't like that flashy intro, and I completely forgot to cut out the flashy load screen, so I'm failing everything. I don't know how to play 8-on. And like, that kick is kind of cool, how he does that second arc, but it always catches me by surprise. Let's try Juli's jump kick. Oh, just missed. Okay. Well, he hasn't blocked it yet. I just keep missing, which is pretty clumsy on me, since it covers like the whole screen. Oh, jeez. He keeps jumping. Is he jumping when I kick, or is he just jumping? He's just jumping. Well, or no. He really is just jumping as soon as I start doing as soon as I input the kick motion. Wow, look at that. It's not reading my inputs. No. Not at all. Oh, he didn't do it there. He did block, though, and then he owes me. It's learning. What else does she have? Uh-oh. Oh, wow. She has the get smashed in the face by the back fist. Ouch. Oh, he's back. Chun-Li, I don't know how to play in any Street Fighter, really. I guess I know a little bit of her in 2 and Champion Edition anyway, which I've pretty much forgotten by now though, and a little in 3rd Strike, but she's very different in Alpha, and I have not learned her yet. Now here you have Balrog, who, I don't know, it feels to me like he's a real badass. I mean, like, look at the size of those arms. And the punch animation for him just looks so awesome. But he has a charge character, and I've never been good at charge characters. Look at that punch, though. Like, I should just be able to win with that, right? I don't have to charge that baby up. Uh-oh. Oh, I should have had him. But see, like, half of his punches are straight and half are uppercuts, and I don't know how to differentiate between. Now, we did cover how I don't know Birdie at all, right? So there, you saw a red flash on the character on counter hit. That's one flash that classic mode cannot get rid of. But, you know. Okay, so that's his bullhead thing. Bullhorn, bullhead. Oh, well, Chun-Li is a unforgiving teacher. Thanks, Chun-Li. Now, Guy is so fast, and he has this cool slide attack that I can kind of get some wins with him, even not knowing what the heck I'm doing. Except there, his jump was so far that, oh man, this is really going downhill. Well, that did not work. Okay, I have no wins yet, which is sad. I should stop making excuses and saying I don't know anything and just try to win. Now, Vega is a good character to start that with because, according to the internet, he is pretty well, maybe not overpowered, but pretty strong in this game. So I have no excuse for not winning. Oh no, my claw! Oh no! Get it! Oh yes, no! Ah, well, there you go. I gotta suck it up. Come on, guy, let's do it. Let's do it, yeah! Oh, wow. This music's pretty cool. Is this Vega music? That was a sweet kick. Sweet. Oh, knock his claw off. His mask. Can you knock his mask off mid-fight? We both have slide kicks. Vega, how do you like them? How do you like them apples? Oh man, more Vegas. So I just button mashed through a M. Bison lightning stage with my eyes closed because I don't like that one and I didn't show it on the recording because it's gross. I knocked his claw off. Yes! Sodom is a character I can kind of do okay with because he is kind of just hitting buttons. Just big old sword slashy buttons. Oh no. There's a big sword slash. Yeah, that was heavy. Back heavy punch? Maybe just regular heavy punch does that too. Good old Sodom. Okay, see if I can do any better with her jump kick against Adon. Man. Oh, the CPU has figured out my jump kick, which was... Okay. Ooh. Oh, does she not have a... Can he stop? Oh man, he outkicked my jump kick. How is that possible? Get Shadowloo Science on this. Oh, shoot. Wow. These kicks are not connecting. Well, other than spamming the jump kick, as you can see, I have not learned Juli. I should have done better than that, though. I've done better than that before without jump kick total spamming. Dang. Oh, I just ham-fisted an uppercut. Oh, I forgot her uppercut is that big running thing anyway. Man. Now I'm just out of it. Okay, the game's giving me Vega. It wants me to win. Here's Juli. She's a charge attack Shadowloo doll. I mean, how... And she's still owning me. Come on, Claw. Can't stop this claw. Not that I know. I don't... Yeah! Man, this is bad. So Cam used to be my go-to Street Fighter character. Then I realized, like, you know, what I'd like to do with her was her, like, spiral arrow and her spiral uppercut or whatever it's called. Cannon spike. And I realized both those moves are super unsafe and they just get me killed. And then I didn't know what to do, so I kind of stopped using her. And I still don't know what to do. So Adon, when I have figured out how to do that, I've been able to get some wins like that, but Sagat is not in the mood to let me get away with anything. Okay, so I'm gonna hit you, and you're gonna uppercut me anyway. Hey, you're not, well, I can't get away. I hit him and I can't get away. Wow. I mean, what do you do when you hit a guy and he just hits you back? probably a little harder. Ooh. DJ, I kind of got nothing. He's like a partial charge character, or is he a full charge character? Like his fireball's a charge move. And I've never, like even in Super Turbo, Street Fighter 2, I've never known how to play DJ. Obviously not like this. Right. Poor DJ, and like, if I was gonna start taking guys out of the random selection, DJ would be one of the first. Sorry, DJ. So I just mashed through, I guess that was the 18th stage. And there was another M. Bison lightning stage. Okay, as long as I can just do that move. Oh no. Dang it. Whoa. Man, 2 to 17. This is, I think, the worst I've ever done. Hooray. I like this Armika color. So my excuse is that I was making too many excuses. And it made me play bad. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, he's doing, it's karma. He's doing uppercut spam on me as I wake up. That's awesome. Well. Boy. Okay, do I try the jump kick on Balrog? And the flying kick, I suppose. The answer is yes. So it's kind of like a fireball to Balrog. He doesn't have a way around it, apparently. Sorry, Balrog. That's Street Fighter for you. A lot of it is matchups. Which is weird for me coming from King of Fighters, because King of Fighters, like, all the characters kind of have a basic core feeling. And mobility options. So there isn't usually a huge difficulty difference, you know, based on who's fighting who. I mean, there's still going to be differences, obviously, but in Street Fighter, you can just have certain characters it's super, super hard to beat certain other characters. Oh man. My straight punch is not working. What else do I do? I could try a charge attack. No. No, I should not. Oh man, Cammy and Chun-Li, this is classic. Can I make it not too embarrassing? Come on, Chun-Li, you can do it. Oh shoot. How do you move? No, that's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh wow. Well, this is not going well. Yeah, Alpha Chun-Li still mysterious to me. Now I love Zangief. I love how he's drawn in Alpha. Look at that! Look at that guy! Look at that huge! Look at that rug on his chest. But I super don't know how to play it. Like, could I have done a pile driver type of throw thing there, or was she still too far away? Like maybe there I could have done. Oh, come on! Grab her! Yeah! Well, I feel good. I got at least one throw. I forgot about his crouching light punch, which is a good poke. See, now to me, T-Hawk, he's just he's a big, strong character like Zangief, who I should like him, but I don't know. I just don't know what to do. That was a cool color scheme for him, though. Now here's another thing I don't understand about Alpha. I can connect. Look how little damage these do. What is even the point of a fireball? And this is his strong fireball. What is even the point of a fireball that does like a pixel of damage? It does the same amount of damage if Ken blocks it or just gets hit. Like, what's the point? What am I really supposed to do with that? Oh, wow. That's so... Why didn't that flash kick connect? I don't know. I'm so bad at flash kicks. So, he's just punching right through flash kicks. Is that right? Is that how they work? I don't know. It's so weird. Okay, Kareem versus Balrog, I should be able to win this, right? Oh no. Wow, well no. As it turns out, I'm not gonna win it. He's just gonna hit me with every punch. It's been a night. Okay, Ryu versus Balrog. This we have to win. If we can't win this, I should just retire from fighting games. Oh, he did a turnaround punch through the fireball. That was awesome. Like, he got out of his... Wow, with my fireball and it still worked. He got out of his stun, and... So that's probably the last win I'm gonna get tonight. Perfect. I should just retire. But no, I want a legit, non-super easy matchup-based win. What could be more legit than a mirror match? Oh yeah. No. I did it! I win Street Fighter Alpha 3 Upper. Okay, the game's tempting me now because got Vega. He's a strong character, right? Should be able to do this. This stage is so nuts. It's Balrog stage, isn't it? I'm just jumping off walls. I don't even know what I'm doing. No. My claw. Sweet, sweet claw. Yeah, I'm on a roll. Look at that. I like doubled my wins. Okay, I swear this is the last round. Oh no. But like, look how many more fireballs Sagat has than Guile. I gotta be able to take this, right? Of course, Sagat's fireballs do like no damage in this game. Okay, don't worry about that. Oh, he's blocking everything. Dang. Should have quit while I was not as far behind. So, oh, this background is, it's specific to, oh, well, actually, I thought it was from, that's the other hidden game. It's, what's it called? It's like Street Fighter, Hyper Street Fighter Alpha or something, which is a weird, really weird, basically versus. Well, I kind of love E Honda. I mean, he's just, how can you not love a huge sumo wrestler? And look at this move. Like, it's a charge move, and I'm terrible at up-down charge moves. But it really works well against the CPU. Oh no, I screwed it up. Oh, he blocked it. I whiffed it, but it worked. E Honda, you're so lovable. So we just looped the stage selection. I wish you could pick which stages as well as which characters. Here's good old Dan. If I could win with Dan, how sweet that would be. Oh wow. Look at his fireball. Poor Dan. Oh Dan. That guy in the pool just resting in his chin. Oh, he took a drink. That was awesome. I should really stop playing this. But see, I just have so much fun just seeing all the characters and the stages. Although this stage is probably my least, well, aside from the ones with flashing effects, it's probably my least favorite. It's just brown. It's just brown rock. I mean, way to hang out in cool places, Akuma. Oh, jump kick. That jump kick getting me murdered. It suckered me in and now it's just getting me murdered. I should stop. I should stop using it. Oh, Zangief versus Ryu. Both in their sort of white outfits. What a classic match. See, like, I mash this because this is easy to do. You just hit all 3 punches and he spins around and you can go through fireballs. Like that. Oh, except I mishit it. And it's doing this grab instead. Or a headbutt. Oh, if I could hit buttons right, we might be onto something. Oh, shit. Well, that wasn't, you know, thought that would go worse actually, so hooray for me. Now this stage, I have to say, is not... See, that's a charge with a kick button, that uppercut, so I know that much. And I'm not clever enough to hit anything with the uppercut. This stage is so sort of patterny and busy. That animation, I find it kind of distracting. But I still would have gotten my Balrog Heine kicked in any stage playing like that. Ah, I like this Balrog color. Okay, Balrog. You're gonna redeem me after that. Oh, that was sweet. Like, the punch sound in this game is really sweet. Oh no. Oh, why did I... That was a whiff. Yeah! That was a sweet, sweet victory. Ken vs. Zangief? I gotta try this. Yeah. Oh no! No, that is... I cannot just go in for uppercuts. I should have fireballed or something. Well, oh. Zangief is so scary when he's played by not me. I love that stage. That model train. What am I doing? Ugh. Like, I don't like Vega's moves where he like flies up in the air and then comes down and you don't know what side he's gonna land on. Like, that move should not be in a fighting game. So I'm not gonna learn that move because I don't think it's a good move. Well, that was one of them that I also know. Stop flying around and breaking the laws of physics, Vega. Let's just play like a normal physical person who obeys gravity. Mostly. Oh well, there's that jab. Wow. Ooh, why am I not dead? Wow. Alright, well, now I'm getting greedy. Oh. Rolento is fun to play. Why hasn't it given me a Rolento yet? I don't really like his knives, but I just like... he jumps really far, and he gets this kind of cool stick thing going on. Like, I know there's a name for that stick, but I forget what it is. Like a Thai word or something, isn't it? See, and when I'm not worried about doing fancy moves with a character and I just play, I do a little better than when I'm trying to do stupid stuff. Oh. Now my problem with Sagat is that I have relied so much on fireballs from him, I'm non-sensitive, non-special moves. But his fireballs do so little damage in this game, you can't really win with just fireballs. So that was just complete luck. He just ran into my hope and a prayer uppercut. Like, oh, see, I wanted to do his flying knee, but can you even do a flying knee in this game? Oh, it's gotta be in there. One thing, for the US version of this collection, this anthology, they took out the move lists because they wanted to sell guides as the story. Let's try to do better than I did with my last Sakura. Ooh. These two sprites look well matched, don't they? I guess it's two young women in skirts. Oh, shoot. What? Well, I whiffed my uppercut, but the uppercut would have failed there anyway because there was no... That was dumb. I panicked and did something dumb. So Juli is the charge version of the Shadaloo doll, so I'm not even going to try doing that stuff. I don't think I've won a match with one of these girls tonight, have I? I usually do okay with them, but I think... I've just been trying to do stupid stuff. Oh no. Oh. Fei Long, I never learned in Super Turbo. I don't know what he does. He beats me up is what he does. Good old Sodom. Oh, man, it's a slugfest. Swords versus haymakers, and the haymakers are... No, I can't get out of this. Okay. Kicks are looking better than swords. Wow, a lot better. Holy moly. El Sodom, you're probably my best character. More Sakura. Yeah. Oh dear. Okay, that's not gonna work. Charging my fireball? How did I do that? Your fireball doesn't do any damage either, does it? Oh, actually, it did like 3 pixels. Yeah, look at that smorgasbord of damage. What are you doing, Juni? You're staying just outside my fireball range is what you're doing. I cheaped it out. Hooray for me. Yay, Sakura, you gotta win. Okay, Balrog has been kicking my booty all night. Is there anything I can do? Well, fireballs, you would think, but... Holy smokes. How little damage this is doing. Well, that's what happens when you whip a fireball. So Kareen is a Rekka character, that's what they call it, right? Where you can do these like repeated strikes like that with her fists. I tend to be really bad at inputting stuff like that. Fei Long is another character who can do that kind of thing. Well, they give me a Kuma, but it's against... Oh wow, against Vega. I should have been able to uppercut. Wow. Oh, I can't uppercut. One more uppercut and move it. Well, I should probably learn to play him for real instead of just trying to cheese people with wake-up uppercuts anyway. Oh, wow.